Yeah, he has several political parties that can work with him, but he need to talk to them. And one of the problems, he said that he was not going into all this kind of horse trading politics. But I think he has to do it. If he accepts the nature of Brazilian politics and reach to these different political parties, he could build a coalition in Congress. But he needs to be quite flexible and willing to negotiate. In other words, there is a scope to do that, but he needs to show dexterity and he needs to show willingness to compromise and to work with different political parties. If he ignored that and he trying to roll through, then he will have problem in Congress and his proposed fiscal reform will not work. So it's a matter of political negotiation. The conditions are there and he needs to work together with other political parties, and he wants to achieve that.
Sir, one thing that the market is very focused on, and especially in this age, everyone's very focused on fiscal numbers. Brazil have a budget deficit of almost 8%, already massively overshooting a lot of spending that's going on there at a time, of course, when the macro fundamentals are not helping at all with the stronger dollar. What do you think the #1 economic priority should be for Bolsonaro? And we've heard about pension reform, but is that really going to be additive to growth in the future? I mean, shouldn't he really be focusing on bringing in that fiscal deficit at this point in time?
Well, the pension reform will be critical, possibly not for next year, but on a 5 to 10 years. If Brazil doesn't address that, then the public debt will grow beyond 100% of GDP, and that would be extremely problematic for the currency and the credibility. So as I said before, there are conditions in Congress. He needs to come up with a clear plan on the pension reform. For example, the previous government of Michel Temer has a very well-thought pension reform. He didn't have the majority to get that through, but actually, if Bolsonaro decides to take that and push the same reform through Congress, and he get the numbers, then it will put Brazil on the right track to recover fiscal sustainability. That would be critical. Next year, it will be more complicated because there are other factors other than the pension reform, and it will need significant cuts in public expenditure. And he needs to come up with a clear proposal how he's going to do that, both in terms of tax revenue, but also what kind of public expenditure cut he's going to make, and whether he will get the support for that.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.